This is News 13 for Thursday, March the 6th, 2014. I'm Matthew Fogel along with Forrest Berkshire from the Kentucky Standard. Glad to be with you. And Forrest, an update on Tony Satterly. He was put on paid administrative leave and he was being investigated by the Kentucky State Police. An update on that story, correct?
Yeah, we've been able to confirm as of this afternoon that Officer Tony Satterly has resigned. That was effective at 10:05 Tuesday. But we were just able to confirm it. We don't have a whole lot of details as far as the investigation so far, except for Mayor Bill Shekels said that as far as the department and city were concerned, their internal investigation is now at an end because of Satterly's resignation. We haven't seen the resignation letter yet, but what the mayor conveyed was that in his letter he said that with all of the recent attention and the rumors and everything that was going around, that he didn't want for that to reflect poorly on the department. He said he didn't want to give it a black mark on the Bardstown Police Department. So that's that's the latest that we have right now, is just that he has resigned. We've reached out to the Kentucky State Police to try and find out what the status of their investigation is. Now remember that the internal investigation did not begin until they were notified by the Kentucky State Police that they were conducting an investigation. And specifically, it was the Bowling Green agency of the Kentucky State Police, the Drug Enforcement Special Unit. So that's what we know as of now. We've put in a request for them to give us a status update, and we're still waiting on that. Also, in tomorrow's paper, yesterday we received Officer Satterly's personnel file, and we've gone through it. What we've not been, mostly what it contains is, he was on the force for since 1998. So there's a lot of training certificates, a lot of that kind of stuff. But also in there are quite a few letters of commendation from people. We weren't able to find anything in his official record of any sort of trouble that he'd had in the past as far as the department was concerned. But we have, in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a lot of detail about some of the different commendations that he had received, including in 2009 when he was named Officer of the Year.
Okay. And if somebody hasn't been following, if our viewers haven't been following the story from last week, Officer Satterly was put on paid administrative leave, and we still don't know exactly the nature of why, but we do know that he's resigned at this point. But last week, a whole lot of rumors surfaced around. Police Chief Rick McCubbin told us, straight point blank, this has nothing to do with the death.
A lot of people were trying to make this connection between Jason Ellis's murder, May 25th, and the KSP investigation right now. Everyone that we have talked to has been adamant in saying this has absolutely nothing to do between the two. I think McCubbin told you in an interview that look, they're still a department. Things happen. There's going to be investigations of an internal nature sometimes. Not everything is going to be related to the Ellis case. But yeah, those rumors were flying around last week, and that is part of the reason why, from what I've been told, that Satterly felt that this was reflecting poorly on the department, was all these rumors that were going around, and and he felt that in the best interest of the department, that he had served for many years, that he would just go ahead and resign. Okay,
and viewers, in case you didn't catch that newscast last week, you can catch it online at plgtv.com and also on our Facebook page. A good 4 or 5 minute interview with Rick McCubbin explaining, putting an end to all those rumors. So, but we still don't know at this point exactly the nature of the investigation. What is going to come forth from this?
Well, it's still going to be up to KSP. Once they conclude their investigation, they will at some point reach a determination as to whether it warrants them pursuing charges or dropping it, the investigation. That's really up to the KSP investigators right now. Up to that point, as is the case with most investigations, they're not really sharing a lot of information. That's the nature of investigations.
Okay. Well, it's an unfortunate story, either way you look at it, and resignation of a police officer, and a commendated police officer at that. So check out more on that story in tomorrow's edition of the Kentucky Standard, and you might get that resignation letter in there as well.
Yeah, there's still a couple of things that we're pursuing, that we're trying to get a hold of the documents.
Okay, so check that out in tomorrow's edition of the Kentucky Standard and also on kystandard.com.